He's Grant Ramey. I'm Rob Lewis, other Volquest.com fast break. And Grant, it looked like it was going to be one for the ages there early. Tennessee, great start, easy win, 89-60. But man, I mean, the first 10 minutes of basketball, it was a show.
I mean, it was 33-9 after 15 minutes because I was sitting there Googling what's the fewest points allowed in a half and fewest allowed in the Rick Barnes era. And then the last, 25 minutes, they allow 51 points. So I don't know what happened after that first 15 minutes, but that was really the first time this season we'd kind of seen the defense flex a little bit. But the way they fell off, turnover is still a problem. I don't know. I feel like through 5 bye games, I don't know that much more about this team than I knew 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
I think they have the potential to be really good, but I think we're definitely still
molding,
coming together right now. And man, if you just parked your car in G10 and walked into Barnes' press conference, you'd have thought Tennessee lost.
Yeah. I mean, he said the number one emphasis coming into this game was take care of the basketball. Well, you just committed 17 turnovers
against
Tennessee State, and he said it's hard to feel good about that kind of win when that's the emphasis.
I mean, I'm not exaggerating. Go watch it. The guy was miserable.
Right.
Miserable.
I mean, I think he knows what's ahead of this team, and he knows the struggles they've had with turnovers, and they've struggled to shoot from the outside. They've had different struggles, and now you've got Houston, you've got Louisville, you've got Illinois coming up over this next 6-game run where you're going to get a lot of answers that you don't have so far, and they could be good or bad.
I mean, Tennessee will be lucky to go 500 if they had turnover problems.
Right.
I mean, they're playing
against that level of competition.
I mean, I don't know if anybody watched Illinois play Alabama this week. That's a really good basketball team. Houston's program speaks for itself.
Going on the road to Syracuse, you never know.
I mean, Louisville is, if they get hot shooting, can beat anybody in the country. I'm making fun of Coach a little bit for being, Debbie Downer tonight, but I mean, I get it. His standards are Final Four, and that was, that was not a very clean effort tonight outside of that first 10 minutes. And man, I didn't think anybody really maybe stood out tonight individually except for Dwayne Brown. Perhaps.
Dwayne Brown continues to just kind of look like he belongs. He didn't really look like a freshman when he gets the ball. I mean, sometimes he struggles, and I think there's a pass that maybe Rick wasn't happy about. I can't remember if he was talking about Dwayne or somebody else, but there's moments where he does look like a freshman, but more often than not, he looks like a guy that belongs in that rotation.
He stays in his lane.
Yep.
He knows what he's supposed to do, and he doesn't try to get outside of that.
He's got a little drop step. He spins a little bit. He can finish off
hits
the rim.
The board. He's got to body people, be physical. Coach, it might be Coach Ford's favorite child.
Yeah, I mean, he keeps saying, he said it all summer that was the biggest surprise, and through 3 weeks, he has been the biggest surprise.
And you're not taking much out of this one, but Grant, one thing I think you can take is, not necessarily from this game, but just from this little stretch right here. Tennessee's missing 2 guys from the rotation that were a starter and first guy off your bench, and you don't really notice. I mean, if you lost 2 guys, my point being, the depth is pretty impressive compared to last year. You lose 2 rotational guys last year, it's a disaster.
Right. There was a point in the second half where Felix kind of did something to his left ankle where he's hobbling a little bit, and then you start thinking, well, Jalen Carey's got 4 fouls. So at that point, it takes that on top of JP Estrella being out to get to the point where you're like, all right, they might be kind of getting thin down low. JP, Rick said for the game a couple weeks. I don't know what a couple weeks means to him. Based on comfort, he said Bishop Boswell's a hamstring, and it's more like you got to get that right before you bring him back instead of risking making it worse, I should say.
Yeah, I would describe Coach as being pretty unconcerned about getting JP back. Just a matter of when. Not if. And
just about the best scenario possible based on the pain that he looked like he was in Monday.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't have a whole lot to add tonight. I mean, a 29-point win. It could have been. It looked like it was going to be 50 in the early going, and I guess that's my biggest takeaway is that the head coach is not happy with his guys as they head to Las Vegas.
I mean, and you're going to start to learn something against Rutgers because that's a 10 a.m. local time game in Las Vegas on a Monday. It's going to take something to kind of show up and play well in that kind of environment, that kind of game at that point in the day. The feast week stuff, you play games at weird times of day, and then you don't want to look ahead to number 2 Houston on Tuesday, but obviously that's a big deal based on the Elite Eight last year and how good Houston's always been and how tough they are, especially that front court. Like you're going to talk about a test, that's a test, and then whoever you got Wednesday for the 3rd game in 3 days out there against a really, really elite field. So you're going to learn something.
So we've been talking for 2 weeks, Grant. We got 5 bye games to find out who they are.
We survived.
We've found out we've had the 5 bye games, and now you're going to Las Vegas, and we're going to find out who they are. He's Grant Ramey. I'm Rob Lewis. This has been another Volquest.com Fast Break.